guys, happy Thursday. We are going to play with the whipped cream gels today. They're really, really fun. Really fun. There's some unique colors and there's a specific reason I really love them. And I'll tell you, there are 12 that you can choose from. Hello. There's 12 that you can choose from, but this is one of the reasons I love them so much. You can purchase them individually, okay? So if you have other sets that are similar, like whipped 3D gels, but you don't have a black, go pick it up, right? So ready to tune in. Oh, I'm so glad. Hold on, let me put you guys on the other phone too. Let me see if I can find us. Sweetie Nail Supply. There we are. All right. Okay, I got us up there. Perfect. So I can see in two places. So yeah, I think one of the biggest questions I got about other whipped type gels that are going to do a 3D finish for you, that are no wipe, you can leave them raw, was when are they ever going to be sold individually? They're not. These are. Woohoo! So you can pick up your red, you can pick up more white, you can pick up this taupey like brown, like teddy bear color. All right, and they have a dark green, a dark blue, a brighter blue. So I would say these five, are going to lend themselves to maybe darker designs or whatever. These are great for spring, but we're going to go through like some very fast, easy designs. And that's the best thing about them. You can do your cat eye, you can do your base color, you can do whatever you want. You can top coat it and be done. And then you can add this as an embellishment and leave it. They wear really, really well. So here's kind of what we'll be doing. And I'm just going to open them all up, but let me slide them across. So you can get great textured designs. All right. And you can just leave them that way. So they're super fun and fast. You're not going to get precise with gels like this. It's not like a gel paint, okay? You can't use like a 3-hair liner. All right, you're going to use them for like a chunky, fun, elementary design, okay? Which is really, really cute. So you can use all kinds of tools with them. Let me just get a plain nail and I'll show you like some colors so you can see how they react. But they all kind of look like this. This one needs a little bit of a stirring. Just because, see, I see that liquid right here. All right, you just kind of want to whip it up. All right, but they're perfect for whipped cream. Do they stain? They might. Yeah, if you're talking about like a hairdresser or something like that that has problems with staining, yeah, because they dry they're almost like a matte finish. They're pretty matte. You can also encapsulate the designs. So that's another thing that you can do. Maybe we'll do an encapsulation today. Because honestly, I like these gels encapsulated, not with like flowers, chunky flowers or something like that, but an all over design. Because you can still see all the depth, right? So hold on one second. Let's just open some. I love this one too because it's a great beige and you can like mix it. I'm going to show you how to mix and get like an ivory. They mix really well. Black is not offered in lots of these 3D gels. So this is a really like coveted one because black is perfect for lots of things, right? So let's just open some up and play around. And we won't even copy because we don't have to. Like you can get very creative with these and they're very, very easy to work with because we're not doing precision painting with these. Oh, see this pink one? See that? See that right there? So if it looks like that, make sure you stir it up just a little bit. But see, they're like whipped cream. That's why you can do an ice cream. You could do a cupcake, like that kind of thing. Maybe we'll do a cupcake instead of an ice cream. I don't know. But feel free to ask away, guys. If anyone doesn't know, I'm Lauren. I'm Inspo by Nails on Instagram. And I am happy to answer all your Sweetie Nail Supply questions if I can. Okay. They're just really fun. These gels are really, really, really fun. Yes, we save all of our lives. We want to save them for you on here so that it'll be saved to Sweetie Nail Supply's page. It'll be saved to my page. And so if you have a question and you write it on the live later, I'll see it. And Sweetie Nail Supply is also going to upload these to YouTube for easier playback later. So definitely follow them on YouTube too. Okay. But yeah, like look at this minty color. Oh, it's so cute. All right, so you've got spring covered, you've got greens covered, you've got blues covered. Pretty cool. So one of the first things I would do if you want to do like a, a textured design or like this textured plaid, you want a brush that has like pretty stiff bristles. Hi, Joey. You want something that's going to be able to grab this gel and move it around. So let's get some colors on the nail. All right. Let's just chunk it up. All right. We got some purple. It's a very pretty purple too. And I'm putting it on very heavy. Okay. Because we're just going to kind of blend these together a little bit. I'm just using a palette and I'm just going to wipe off the excess real quick. All right. Don't have to get, you can really, even if you tainted your other pot, it's okay because you can kind of just go in and scoop it back out. All right. But they do blend beautifully. Like if you want to mix another color, I'll show you how to do that on the palette. It works really, really well. Let's do some white. Everybody likes a white. I like a white. And let's just get this on here. You see how thick and chunky this is? I'm not going to leave it like that. I mean, I guess you could, but I don't know. That's not me. So now we're just going to like slowly, or even it can be fast. Doesn't matter. You just want to start whipping these gels together. The textured brush is going to help you. All right. So you've got a nice pattern. If this was on my nail, I'm going to keep it away from the edge. If you're doing press-ons or something like that, just take a lint-free wipe and tap the sides. You just don't want it to be too chunky on the sides, right? You can file it, but you don't have to. You can also take a smaller brush. All right, like the check brush from Sweetie Nail Supply, which is a nice little flat brush, and you can fix those sides, okay? Just fix them so that they're not chunky over here. All right. You can do this till the cows come home. You can add more colors. You can keep changing it around. You can add some layers. If you want, you can add different textures if you want. We're going to use different tools to kind of get different textures. All right. But whatever you want to do. So see, this is a little more blended with the tapping. You can do it straight across with that. Hold on 1 second. We'll give it a cure. Let's do 60 seconds. And then you can go down. You can pull down and do more plaid. Let's do that. Let's do a plaid too, so I can show you that. Wow, okay. Very, very cool. They're very, very fun. Let's do some greens and some yellows and some whites for plaid. Now, I'm pressing really hard this time. You see that? It's nice. It's textured, but it's a thin layer. Now let's take some of the green. Let's do some light green. Let's do some dark green. You want to keep your designs loose. It's fine if there's some raised edges. Nothing wrong with that. Let's put some yellow in there. I love stuff that makes our life easier. These types of gels do make our life easier if you're looking for that certain loose, elementary kind of design. Maybe you want some yellow there. All right, then we'll go across. Let's cure that real quick. All right, so this one, let's say we want touches of white, more touches of white. Just have a little thing that you can wipe your brush off with. You don't have to clean it, you just have to wipe it off. Like I just had that green on there. You can't tell, it's fine. All right. So just a rough design. This would be good to go. It's not too pokey. There are some that can be like really pointy with whips. This one's not going to be that pokey. So, which is kind of nice because if we want to overlay this, we definitely could with a clear gel. So I'll show you that too. All right, let's do some vertical lines on our green one. All right. You can use the big brush. You can use a thinner brush, whatever you want to do. All right. You could do it this way. You can tap, tap, tap. You can make all kinds of things happen with these. The texture underneath is going to work with you, okay? So when you're doing plaids or something like that, that slight texture underneath there is actually going to be helpful because we cured it once, right? I'm putting some white over here. If I miss any questions today, just please feel free to ask again, because when I'm using something that's this easy to use, we can whip through designs very, very quickly, and I'm looking at the nail instead of what you guys are saying. So remind me when I cure and just ask again if I miss it, okay? Always, we can go through this and cure it again, and then add some more horizontal lines. If you wanted to encapsulate something like this, okay, the first thing that you're going to have to do is find like a nice clear gel that's going to be thick enough, right, to not make your life hard. Right now, I am just going to pull out my DGEL clear. This is a mid. And a nice liner, a nice application brush. Oh, I didn't clean that one. That's terrible. I always clean my brushes. Bummer. Let's use Sweetie's Oval Long, okay? All right. I'm going to grab some of this, like a nice healthy amount. All right, and it doesn't have to be perfect, right? Because we still have that top layer that we're going to put on. But what I want to show you is you can still see all that texture even under a clear layer. So if you did like a little mini Monet work of art and you want to encapsulate it, feel free to go ahead and do that and know that you're still going to see all that texture underneath. So that's the cool thing, right? You're not going to lose any of this. You can also put on a clear builder and then buff away if you want to. Maybe we'll buff this one down a little bit because this is just loosey-goosey to show you colors. And let's cure it. See, now there's no whips or peaks or anything that we have to worry about with a nice healthy top coat. So let me show you this too. Just so you can see, these colors, you can make any color by mixing them together. They're going to mix very, very well, and you can create a totally new color. So go ahead and feel free to, get creative and mix them on a palette. Well, that's a pretty color. All right. So they do that very well. Some don't. These do. Okay. Are they the same consistency as the mini canvas gels? It's a very good question. They are a little different from the mini canvas gels. I would say they are most similar to probably made gels. Right. More and more texture gels like this. I love oil painting style art. Yes, exactly, Jenna. It is really cool. It's very fast. It's very easy with all these products that are available to us now. Like, that's what's so amazing to me. Like, we have so many options available to us. It's really quite fun. Now, I don't like how for a plaid, like there's that much white there. So I want to go over it with this green. And maybe a dark green again. All right. And I'm using a different brush. So you guys do whatever you feel like doing, but you can keep playing with these while wet, okay? And create whatever you like. The only thing I would suggest is you keep it loose. These are going to be great for plaids. They're going to be great for tweeds. Yeah, you want to do a summer tweed? Go ahead. Maybe we'll do that too. I didn't think about that before, but we could. Yeah, the sky is the limit with what's available to us now. I think someone said to me the other day, it might have been Yihana, that there's like 100 different brands available at Sweetie Nail Supply. Like they are bringing us everything that we could desire. And for that, and a million other things. I thank them because it's really fun to have all these options at our fingertips. Not enough time or hands to try everything. Well, that is 100% true. Yeah, get some of these little nail pops. You can be like me, do 150 to 200 a month. How about that? Fun. In trying to show you guys different ways to use the gels, best product practices, etc. So, did we cure this? I think I did, but let me just make sure because I don't want to go try and buff that and have it come off. Another really cool thing that you can do is make some little 3D flowers. So I just put a base on here. It will do something kind of similar to these little flowers. Actually, I did multiple flowers in this, so let's give it a go. So really what I want is some pink. All right, and maybe we'll even put a little bit of red in there. All right, and we want some white. So again, just have a lint-free wipe, and you can just wipe off if you don't want to. The only one I don't really want to tint up is the white. I don't really care about the rest because I know I can, grab it and pull it out of there. But let me make sure that I wipe this off before I put it in the white. Because when I grab white, I want white, right? And look, I did chunk it up a little bit, but that's okay. All right, so I am just going to scoop up a little white, a little pink, just like this, a little red. All right, and we are just going to smoosh that onto the nail. All right. You can take a brush. You can take a silicone tool. All right, and you can dent this. All right, you can fool around with it if you want to. All right. Let's just take some pink. Let's take a silicone tool this time. And I'm just putting it on the corner. And I am going to chunk that onto the nail. All right. That's it. I'm almost just pressing it in. It is definitely easy to do. And you'll see when we cure this, it will be matte. Okay. I like my petals to be 5 though. I'm a little stickler for that. Oh, I don't want that. I want my thicker one. Maybe we'll put it here. We'll pretend that's 2. All right. Now you see that whip right there? I would not cure it with that up. I'd just brush it back in, okay? Let's use this tiny brush. I'm mixing a new color. All right. Again, if you want to do precision painting, this is not what I would recommend. Okay, I would recommend Dino gels or DGEL painting gels, etc. If you want loose and like quick and a 3D, this is what I would recommend. So this is 60, and then we'll put some yellow on there, and that nail will be done. Okay, and we're gonna pull out this one. I'm gonna move away from the table because I don't want all this dust on it. But I'm going to buff this real quick, like a little bit. All right, see what we got going on here? Let me buff it. All right, so this is basically what we're playing with here. These kinds of things. Keep that in there so people who pop on, like I just saw, hi Kara, you can see what we're doing. Anything that's pokey or pointy, you could buff. It's not going to change the depth of this nail. My gosh, you guys, I can't believe there aren't any inks on these. But feel free to add those too, okay? And then I want to show you a thin layer because you can do that too for a very cool textural base. But it's not chunky at all. Okay? What other tools did I want to show you with these? Oh, you can even use like a little wood stick. You can use whatever you like. That's kind of the coolness of these gels. They're very flexible to use in a lot of different ways. All right, I think that's good enough. As I still file away. Now this is all sitting on my shirt instead of at the table, but that's good. That's good. Let's wipe it down. Good enough for right now. You could add more. You could do it matte. You could do it glossy. Right? It's a little not great on the buffing, but I'm trying to just show you guys. I just want to show you the depth here. Top coat, top coat. All right, let's use this. Let's use glow. I know, right? I should have filed more, but that's okay. Really, what I'm just showing you is you are not going to lose any of that depth or texture, even if you want to encapsulate it. You see how you can, I mean, that's what's so cool about them, or one of the things, because they're cool, they're fun. You can still see every little brush stroke. You can see that where I was pushing it differently with the brush. All right, so all of that's going to stay there for you. Okay, so you can use these either way. And like I said, if you do like a little oil painting that you want to preserve, by all means, go ahead and preserve it, okay? This one just needs a little bit of a center to the flowers. And let's make it orange. So let's use some of that yellow and some of the red. All right, we just need the tiniest amount of red because this yellow is pretty light. But let's make a more corally color. And you see, watch. Now we have like a coral. All right, so I love that they can mix like that. That's really very cool. Yeah, you can buff it down and it still keeps all that cool texture. Because it's pretty thick texture. I'm using the Sweetie Check brush. And I'm just going to dot some of this in the center. This part is a little, all right. And then if we want, we can even go back in and put some yellow as like a little highlight there. And it'll stand out on top of the coral a little bit more. All right. And this would be done. It's not peaks, it's not sharp peaks, but it is laying on top of the nail as 3D. And it's really easy to do. All right, so I also want to show you if you wanted to use it a little bit more thin, like let's do a wave, okay? I know it's not summer. I do live in Florida, fair warning, okay? So I do a lot of waves. But this nail is yogurt blue syrup and it's top coated, okay? So all we really want to do is sketch out where we want this wave to be. All right, so I'm going to take some of the aqua and I'm going to say, I kind of want it here and coming around this way, all right? And I want this to come down this way. And I am not putting it on thick because what I want to do is put more colors in here while this is wet so you can use it this way too. All right, and you can kind of just sketch out that design. So let's use this brighter blue. All right, and I'm just layering them, all right? Just letting them do their thing. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's the coolest thing about these types of gels. You're not looking for perfection. It's definitely more artistic than it is perfect. All right? They're very, very, very easy to use. And just lay a little bit more in. All right, we can even put in some of the darker blue just so you can see. Oh, that's a teal. It's kind of teal. But it's going to give it more. Just by having a couple different colors in there, it's going to give it even more depth. All right. Now, you can even put in some green. All right. Put blue back over top. It's going to change the color again. All right. Let's give this just a quick cure. Yeah, they're fast, easy designs. And I had to get a lot of nail pops ready for you guys because they're really fast to play with. Let me move this out of the way. Right. It's raining here. I'm thinking raindrops or rainbows. Yeah, you could do all of that. Definitely. Did I miss any other questions? Please feel free to ask. Okay. Now, what I would usually do, and this is why a white is always so crucial, I'm going to take this and put some highlights into our little, let me put this on my right. I'm right-handed, guys. So sorry, I need everything on the right. I want to make more motion or depth by adding this on top of the cured piece because it's going to kind of grab where it wants to. I think you guys can see that. All right, and then this part is going to be a little bit more frothy, right? So we're going to dot that up a bit, just like one would be. And we're going to make it a little bit more whipped, right? Like whipped creamy. Let me look at the yogurt one I chose. I just grabbed a yogurt now. Icy blue. What medium should I start with? Gel X, acrylic, or builder gel? To start with nail art? And that sounds like structure, right? It's really up to you. But see, this is really, this could be done, guys, right? And you see the difference of a wave on that glassy blue, and you see the difference of the wave on this light milky blue. Let me grab that milky blue and I'll tell you what it is. Yeah, and you can embellish all nails, right? Short nails, long nails. It is Yogurt Nail Syrup 27. Oh, Yogurt Nails. Like, I have so many good colors to choose from. And this one could be done. Now, if you want to say, all right, I want those waves to stay on my nails for 4 weeks, encapsulate it. It's nice and thin. But you can. I have not worn this on my nails for like 4 weeks, so I don't know. But technically, they're supposed to be fine, right? All right. Okay. Well, Funny Bunny, I'll tell you what. If you are into Japanese and Korean gels, etc., you probably want to start with some natural nail products. Sweetie Nail Supply is a great place to start. And if you want to hit me up and send me a DM, I will further discuss that with you. Here I am. I'm going to pin my Instagram name. So if you guys have questions, you can always ask. I'm happy to help you. Pin it. There we go. Inspo by Nails. Okay, let's see what else we need to do. Let me show you this thin background, okay? Maybe we'll do those little flowers. All right, so again, just like I made that wave, you can make a background that is thinner. Okay, you don't need to use a stiff brush and really chunk it on there, okay? You can do whatever you want and melt them that way. All right, so let's get some yellow on here. I mean, some pretty yellow. It's like buttercups. Let's get some green. This is the lighter green. Sure, no problem. All right, and look how soft that is. Okay, so using a different brush, again, is going to give you a completely different look. So you can use these in so many ways. All right, this is Sweetie Nail Supply's Oval Long. There you go, French tip. And Frenchies gave you some great advice. But look at these guys. See how nice and soft that is? They blend beautifully. I mean, this is an adorable background, and you would do this. You could do this on all 10 nails and then cure. They're not going to move anywhere. They're going to stay exactly where you put them. Let me show you these little easy breezy flowers. Okay. And this time, we're going to just use like a wood stick. Okay. Right? so cute and so easy. St. Patty's Day background. Yes, you're right. And I love that there's two greens. But really, like I said, big selling point on these DGEL whipped cream gels. You can buy them individually. And that is amazing. I have a couple reels up on my page showing them in a more like kind of modern way. So if you need to find those, like I did them with very abstract design with a little bit of gold foil and like ivory and black and stuff like that, that's up on my page. I really do love that there's a black. Have I said that enough? All right, so this time, let me show you if you just use even like a wooden stick. Okay, let's do some green. And we're just going to kind of make them more just like little fatty circles. All right. I'll put some other colors in there too. Bevel amalgam's a little bit more stiff. I love bevel amalgam. It's funny that they're all so different. I'd say that Divock is like probably the most true to like oil paint. And then bevel amalgam, you can really get such great texture out of those. And then these two, I'd say these are closer to Made Gels by the Fabory. See, and we want these like kind of goofy because we're going to, while it's wet, we're going to go in and put some other colors in there. Yeah, I hope that helps. But I just think it's great that you can say you have, would I use them with other texture gels? Sure, why not? Sure, there's a color I want from this one that I don't have to mix. Why not? If it's similar. All right. And I think it's cool. You don't need like to be precise with these. It's honestly better if you're not. Okay. So let me get that little one again. And let's swirl in some yellow. And we'll do some white. But see how easy it is to put different colors in, like while they're wet? Very cool. White. And these will be sweet little flowers. Right? And even, again, they're not going anywhere, okay? So you can just go in and take some of the darker green for some petals. So I just got a good chunk on there. All right, and all I'm basically doing here, let me see if I can bring you in even closer, is just tapping this onto the nail, right? I'm not even drawing out a petal. I'm just tapping some of that dark green into the nail. All right, that's it. I think these types of products are super beginner art friendly, for sure. Anybody can create something very cool with these. And remember, we haven't even cured it yet. Okay. go back and make anything you want bigger or smaller, etc. And let's just cure it. And that'll be done. Let's do a cupcake. Oh my gosh. Okay, so for the cupcake, oh no, look what I did. I put that all over my finger. Please don't let me cure that. I'd be like sticking my finger in the lamp. Uh-oh. All right, it's all gone. I didn't realize I just grabbed the, the little, what do you call these guys? The little white pad, you know, like my little palette. I just grabbed that by accident. All right, let's get rid of that and let's do a new one. So for your little cupcake or ice cream cone or something, I am going to, this time I use this cutie patootie color. Have you guys seen these? They're the Necco ice cream, Necco gel. I love these, and I don't always like the speckled gels, but I just think these are adorable. Would you do it with alcohol? Sure, yeah. You can totally dip a brush in alcohol and remove something if you want. I mean, before it's cured, right? It's pretty hard once it isn't. But I just use the strawberry one. I think these came out, was it around Christmas? Maybe, but like I love the mint chocolate chip. Like I just think they're so cute. It was around Christmas because I did a candy cane on this one. Milky strawberry. They're really sweet. So I was like, let's do a cupcake on that. So that's what the bottles look like. This is Necco gel. All right, so let's first do the little bottom part. Should we make it yellow? Maybe. Let's mix a yellow and that beige. How about that? That'll work. All right, so let's do a little bit of yellow because it's pretty light. Let's take a little bit of this beige. I just really like how they blend, honestly. And make a new color. All right, so let's just use this. When I did the ice cream cone, I used the beige, okay, for the cone part right here. If you want to do an ice cream cone, we can. Do you want to do an ice cream cone instead? We can. We can do it. You guys tell me. And you see how many nails we got done this time, like without us even trying? Right, super simple. Oh, I thought of something to add to this too. All right, let's do the cone then. All right, maybe I'll pick up both of those. All right, so I really just want to figure out where the center of my nail is, kind of. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. But you see, this is nice and flat because I'm using a soft brush. If you want it flat, use a soft brush. All right, and then I'm just going to kind of make it a fat cone. All right, and don't forget, if you do something like this, and then you want precision in the cone part or something, go ahead and use a gel paint or something for it. Okay. Don't worry, we'll save it for you. We always save for you guys. Because really, we want these to be a guide. If you have a question about a certain collection and we've done a live on it, we might send it to you and say, here you go. You know, because it'll give you a good overview of what you can do with them. So quickly, I'm going to flash cure this because I don't want to put the 3D ice cream on until we do. All right? Because we're going to make that a little chunkier. Right. Yeah. Oh, you know what we should do too in the meantime? You know what we should do here? Let's take this white. And let's do like the tiniest seagulls. right? So you could totally do that. And so when someone just asked, how would you correct it? Go ahead and correct it like this. Take some isopropyl alcohol and let's make this like really tiny, okay? I wiped most of it off, all right? But let's just give this a hint of a bird up here. All right, so you can do that easily with a little isopropyl alcohol on your brush. All right, and we'll make them even fancier. Stand out a little bit more. Give them a little black tip. Okay. Oh, I almost disappeared because I don't have much black on here. All right. I know. Please forgive me that it's not summer, but it is 80 some degrees here in Florida. I'm sure I have friends at the beach. All right. There you go. So I love that you can do a design like that so quickly. And like for the white on the cone, you can do the same thing we just did. Again, try not to be a perfectionist with these types of gels because they're really not meant for that. All right, so you kind of have to be fine with it not being too perfect. Right, I'm just tapping it. Just lightly tapping it. All right, it's fine. You just have to be like, oh, okay, that line's not perfect. It's okay. It's a little artsy looking that way, right? Let me get a few seconds on that because then we want to chunk up some ice creams. So you could use any colors that you want, guys, okay? And all we're going to do is lay them a little bit heavier, like ice cream would be, okay? Like a little bit more whipped. We should use some pink. All right. And some blue. You can mix different colors if you want to. Oh, I almost threw a brush. Okay, so chunky. Let's get some chunks on here. All right, and then just swirl it around. Right, if you want it to drip down, then pull down. But it's just a very light touch. Okay. For mine, I flash cured this. Okay. What collection am I using? So we are using the DGEL whipped cream gels. Okay. They are 3D no wipe gels that are very fun to play with quick designs. And they are available individually or you can purchase the 12 of them on Sweetie Nail Supply. They're super fun. All right, now let's do another color. Let's do the minty color. Yeah, sure. You can swoop it down All right, we're going to take it across. All right. I don't know what flavor ice creams these are, but definitely artificial colors are added. It's a little bright. Mix whatever you want. We saw that they mix really well. And see, it doesn't even matter that this right here, I went out of like my line of ice cream because it's fine because we're going to plop more ice cream right on top. Okay. So quick. Here again. Maybe yellow. And then we'll put on the cherry. Cherry on top, please. You can do them over chrome. Like the sky's the limit, guys. I think everybody does need a few of these 3D gels. I think that you'll find that you use them a lot more than you think you would for very quick embellishments and very elementary looking designs like these, you know. But they're fun. And like I said, go to my page, Inspo by Nails, and you'll see some more. Initially, I only had like the beige, the black, and the white, and the darker colors. But with spring so close, it's kind of fun to do these spring designs. I do. I mean, like, let me say, I can't tell you 100% because I have not tried these on my nails yet. I just got them and I was working on coming up with some designs for you guys. But when I like wore, let's say, bevel amalgam, I made starfish on my nails. I wore those for 4 weeks. Like it never came off. So I'm assuming, you know, DGEL knows what they're doing. So I'm assuming that it would be fine with these too. Right? I don't know how they create this magic, but they do. They all do. So many options available to us now. It's quite insane. All right, so there's our little triple layer ice cream. Again, just a quick cure because I want to put a cherry on top. Softer brushes equal a softer base like this. Okay, if you want it more textured, then you're going to want to use a stiffer brush. See, like this is still pretty soft because we used a soft base. And if you want to build up more texture lines, do a quick cure before adding more colors. This looks like a black thing underneath here, so let me move this so you guys can actually see it. Very, very cute. All right. I mean, I think I could wear that and probably wear it for 4 weeks. Yep. I do like them encapsulated sometimes. It depends on what kind of nail art I do, but sometimes I do like a texture like this. And seeing the texture, I might go over top of it with an ink, etc. So I think either way, you're good. So all we need is a little blob of that red for the cherry. I'm turning it around. Sorry, guys. All right, so look. Again, I don't know why I'm trying to be so precise. Probably for you guys. But look, again, like we said, if you want to correct something before curing it, see I got a little wonky at the top there. Let's just get rid of it. All right. There we go. There we go. Cure it. And voila. You guys get the picture. You know what's up. Let me show you these again. So many great colors. You saw how easy they are to mix, right? So this is what we're using. DGEL whipped cream gels. All right. DGEL is beloved by so many. And this is their version of a 3D whipped cream gel. Yeah, super cute. Super cute, very versatile, very easy to create a cool nail design in seconds, which is really kind of fun. Let me get this one out. Putting the lids on. Definitely, oh, another thing though, I do want to tell you guys this. When you're using 3D gels like this, please, 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 do not have them by any real light, okay? They cure fast. So if you have them by an open window, you could cure them in the pot. It's easier to work with these or mini canvas. Depends on the design that you want to do. If you want to ask me in, hit me up in my DMs. I can show you some examples of the two. But they're both similar. I love mini canvas. And again, those mix well too. But these are the latest, okay, from DGEL. Mini canvas are more oil painting, like fine art. These are fast, fun, and quite adorable. All right. Thank you for hopping on with me, you guys. I love it when you're on here with me live and I'm not talking just to myself. I appreciate you. I'm going to go save this now and I will see you next week. All right, guys. Thanks again. Bye.